Hi, thanks for watching. Now, although there are many different ways to generate new customer leads for your business, consumer habits have shifted over the last 2 years since the pandemic, and I want to show you how you can leverage local internet search volume to bring all the leads you can handle through your own website for free. Well, basically at whatever it costs to keep your site live. Now, all these leads will be coming exclusively to you, unlike third-party sites like Angie's and Home Advisor, and there's no cost per click or cost per lead. So you have one website that's ranked and you get an unlimited number of calls and unlimited leads coming in without having to pay additional for them, nor are they being shared with anybody else. So what I want to just do is show you what some of the competition is doing and how much traffic and how many leads they're getting through their website that you could be getting if you had one. So I just searched for landscaping in Rhode Island as well as Mason, Rhode Island, and I just take the top websites, the top ranking company in each of these searches, and I can put them into this tool and it shows me all the information that Google uses to determine the position in search results. So if you were to build a website, I would know exactly what we had to do in order to get that website to rank. So just quickly, to touch on these numbers, there are two ways that Google ranks a website. One is how much it trusts your site, and that trust is what's called authority, and it's gained when other websites or domains refer back to yours and they create a link. Basically, to give you a quick example, if say the local news station did an article on their website and it was the top 10 best landscapers in Rhode Island, and in that article the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that's considered one backlink from one referring domain. So here we can see exactly how many different websites we would need to link back to in order for Google to generate more trust in your website and make sure that you're listed higher than them. Now, the second factor, and one of the very important ones, is the content on your page. So Google is putting a pretty importance on making sure that you have high quality content on your page. So we're looking at keywords. These are all the words and phrases that are being typed into Google search, and it also shows me the volume. So what I would do is I would go in and I would try to find all the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you want to offer and make sure that those are being included on your page. So if we just quickly look at some of these, Rhode Island landscaping is being searched 300 times a month. Landscaping Rhode Island, 100. Landscapers, 100. Providence, 100. Tree service. Depending on what services you offer, we would determine, which of these keywords are relevant to your business and make sure they're including those. Just so you can see how it works. If Rhode Island landscaping is being searched 300 times a month, if you have a website that's on the first page of Google, those 300 people per month will be searching would be seeing your business when they search Rhode Island landscaping. Google estimates that of the total amount of search volume, 10% will become a lead to one of the highest ranked websites. So that means you can be looking at upwards of 30 potential new leads every month. Now, obviously, you're not going to get every single one of those jobs, and the size and the amount of money you're going to make from each one varies. But you can just see how the sheer volume of leads coming in can definitely add up to some revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. And that's just for one keyword phrase. So we repeat that same process for all the high volume keywords, and you can see how you can definitely start to get a lot of leads coming in, and it's not costing you any more per lead. However, there is a formula that Google uses to find these keywords. So when we're looking at a website, if we just take a look at one of these competitors, Google doesn't care what your layout looks like. It's a computer, so what's going to come in, it's just going to count all the words and text on the page. Generally, we recommend having about 1,000 to 1,500 words on the home page, but really we want to just make sure that we have more information than anybody else, any of the other competitors. The reason being is the more information that Google sees, the more information, the more of an expert it assumes that you are, and then the more likely it is to recommend you. It's kind of like the difference between having, a single book or an entire series of encyclopedias with all that knowledge. So while Google is counting the words, it's also searching for those keywords. So all the services you offer and then the areas you offer them in. However, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one of those keywords for about every 100 to 150 words of text on the page. So any kind of service or area that you want to be found in just means that that's the number of supporting content that we have to have because Google is actually reading the content on your page now. So just having a list like this doesn't do any good. Google's not going to pick these up unless they have 100 to 150 words describing each and every single one of these towns for Google to qualify that as a keyword. If you wanted to rank in specific areas, not just all of Rhode Island, then what we do is make an individual page. So it would be like your landscaping. So Figueroa's landscaping.com slash, let's just say Warwick. Well, what was there? Was there anything for Providence? Providence slash Providence. And then on the Providence page, you put all the Providence keywords on there. Then we make sure that anytime that Google is trying to search or anybody's doing a Google search for anything to do with Providence, that your page would be 100% relevant to those search results and more likely to come up. And then you can just see all the volume for Providence. So these would be all the keywords just on the Providence page. And you can repeat that same process for any town, any city that you want, and then it's easier for Google to rank that. So you can definitely see how all the leads can start adding up based on the amount of traffic that's coming in. So what it'll look like is if we're doing a search in here, this is what's called your Google business profile. That's free to have. So you have one right here. You can get this profile ranking in this map section by getting, filling out as much information as possible on your profile, even adding some keywords into your business description. Then you want to get listed in as many business directories as possible. We call those citations. That's any time that your name, address, and phone number are in an online directory. Those include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Super Pages, things like that. These directories are always free. It just takes some time to find them and then register your business and input all the information. Then you want to be adding posts and pictures on a regular basis because Google rewards activity here. So whenever we're adding a picture to a profile, we always add a geotag, meaning that it's the location that we add to the picture because Google can't understand what the photo is, but it can understand the information that's embedded in the photo. So if we add a longitude and latitude, a specific location for each photo, Google can understand your service area. So when somebody is searching anywhere near where that photo was taken, your business profile is more likely to come up in this map search. However, underneath that, this is what we call the organic search results. Now, this is where the more authority or that trust that Google has, the higher up on the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites helps you outrank the competition. And then regardless of the location, as long as you have that keyword and your site is ranked, you'll be getting all those clicks and all those calls. So if scaling your business online is something that you're interested in and you're able to handle more work, I hope that this shows you how you can definitely get a lot of leads coming in through an optimized web page. And you don't have to worry about sharing those leads or anybody else taking them before you have a chance to call them back. They're going to be coming directly to you. There's no cost per lead. The only cost associated is to get your site up and running. And then once it's there, it's there. It's always working for you day and night. And you don't have to worry about anybody else taking those leads. They're going to be right in your inbox or calling your phone directly. So if you have any questions or if you want to talk about maybe some goals for the business, I'd be happy to hop on a phone call and we can talk about your next steps to be able to get something online for some presence and be able to grow the business. I appreciate your time. Thank you.